History has since its early days stood witness to numerous acts of courage and belief by men whom the world today remembers as pioneers, men whose acts have shaped their futures and are today, men who have questioned the status quo, men who have raised the bar. The fascinating story of the Indian aluminium foil industry began with the establishment of India Foils in Kolkata, set up by the British in 1905 to fuel the rapid industrialization that Europe was witnessing then. With the establishment of the Indian pharma industry, the need for effective and efficient packaging for their precious medicines was felt, and India Foils, with its limited capacities, was called upon to meet this demand. Soon, India Foils started supplying to homegrown pharma giants like Cipla and later Ranbaxy and Dr. Reddy's. Then came the 90s. The winds of liberalization were blowing across Indian industry, and the stage was set for the status quo to be questioned, the bar to be raised. It was time for Sudeep Datta, a first-generation entrepreneur from West Bengal, to stand up and compete with the giants and carve a niche for himself in the pharma packaging sector. He started Essdee Aluminium, and with that began a journey which was to shape and change Indian packaging forever. Essdee, one of India's major aluminium-based packaging solutions provider, has been defining packaging trends in the country ever since. From humble beginnings in the early 90s, Essdee has today grown to be one of the leading players in the organized domestic market as a fully integrated packaging service provider. From a single unit in 1993 to over 12 manufacturing units spread across the length and breadth of India in 2014. Essdee's rolling capacity has grown to 37,000 tons of aluminium foil every year. Essdee's has been a story of unprecedented growth, and today it commands a substantial market share in the organized space in aluminium foil packaging. The landmark listing of the company's shares on the BSE and NSE in 2006 saw global investors rest their faith in Essdee's growth story. And in 2008, Essdee acquired the over 100-year-old pioneer, India Foils, thus stamping its authority and pedigree in the domestic aluminium foil sector. Along with rolling capabilities, the company today also offers services like printing, lamination, slitting, and delivering products as per customer specifications and timelines.
From its very inception, Essdee has been in my every thoughts and dream. My vision for Essdee to grow it by many-fold in the global pharmaceuticals, food and FMCG sectors. In the next few years, Essdee will reach the pinnacle of success by joining the rank of the world's top 3 packaging companies, boasting of the best in technology, quality and class.
Over the years, Essdee embarked upon a path of modernization by adopting global business practices and production methodologies, concentrating on upgrading of both machinery and infrastructure. To ensure meeting modern consumer expectations and demands, Essdee, in addition to its Mumbai-based headquarters, also operates world-class ultra-modern plants in Kolkata, Goa, Vasai, Daman, Baddi, Bangalore and Sikkim under a unique hub-and-spoke model. This model was one more pioneering effort of the visionary Sudeep Datta and helped Essdee commit faster deliveries to clients who were earlier made to wait anywhere between 4 to 8 weeks by the competition. This changed the paradigm, bringing in customer centricity, on-time delivery, low inventory, competitive pricing, and tailor-made offering. Essdee version 2.0. Visionaries are constantly seeking out newer challenges, with the world market for aluminium foil expected to grow 4 to 5% CAGR and touch $1 trillion by 2018. Mr. Sudeep Datta is again seeking to raise the bar, seeking to challenge the status quo, seeking to usher in Essdee version 2.0. Keeping this in mind, the company has invested heavily on its machinery, increased capacities, and got globally accepted certifications and compliances in place. In India, Essdee has been a major supplier to GSK, Reckitt Benckiser, Mondelez and Nestle for their top brands for more than 6 years consistently. Their India teams recommended Essdee to their global team in 2011. After 3 years of product development and due diligence, Essdee has been chosen as a partner for GSK, Reckitt Benckiser, Mondelez, Nestle, Cipla, Sanofi and Sun Pharma. In pursuance of our technology upgradation exercise, Essdee will be capable of supplying to top OTC brands worldwide in 2015. The company has also devised a clear-cut roadmap to gain more market share globally through mergers and acquisitions, partnerships with customers for their global requirements, and of course, gaining ground as an important and cheaper alternative in emerging markets like India. With all this in place, Essdee envisages taking a giant leap into the world markets and taking on the might of global giants like Amcor, Constantia and Bemis. Essdee version 2.0 is an innovative initiative focused on building upon the legacy of the unparalleled success of the past few decades.
We at Essdee Aluminium have centered all our activities around lean and efficient manufacturing operations. We have introduced automation in almost all our plant and machinery to achieve 100% process stability, superlative quality at a very competitive cost.
Thus meeting every challenge and ever-increasing customer expectations. Such visionary planning and high standards at Essdee bear testimony to the fact that in the future there will be even greater emphasis on product quality and technical innovations with greater investments in R&D, technology and automation.
Our recent association with the Chemnitz University in Germany ensures cooperation in the field of development in packaging solutions and aluminium foil. This tie-up with Chemnitz will help us to develop and launch many revolutionary and innovative products.
Essdee has installed some of the most modern machines to facilitate its enduring march towards seamless productivity and matchless services. Essdee's success lies in the fact that we are able to ward off and thrive even against global giants and competitors, both on quality and price.
Currently, the ratio of business at Essdee with regards to export is mere 20% versus the balance 80% that makes rest of our numbers. Our vision for Essdee version 2.0 is to change the ratio to 50% each.
Essdee's success story encourages us to concentrate more on the global market to profit from an even larger business potential. Our gross sales have grown 400% in the last 8 years. Our EBITDA has grown to 300%. Our aluminium foil capacity has shot up 4-fold. Our net sales are poised to treble. Our PBT is rising steadily. Our domestic sales and projections are strong and very optimistic. Close to 80% of our sales at present comes from the domestic market. We export our products to over 55 countries across the world. We plan to raise the export sales from the current 20% to 50% within the next 5 years. We plan to grow organically through more penetration in LATAM countries, Europe and Asia Pacific, and inorganically through mergers and acquisitions and strategic tie-ups with allied industries. We are confident and upbeat that the future projections for both the domestic and export markets are achievable and profitable too. Take a look at our prestigious clientele, both domestic and global.
We have great plans to take this gigantic leap into the futures. Partner with us in our new path and be a part of a great success story.
Join hands with us as our partners in the success story known as Essdee that will continue to unfold and prosper in the coming years. Essdee, exceeding expectations, always.